Welcome back, happy space friends. I'm Wolfman. This is episode 2 of Let's Teach Aurora 4X. We are the Witches of Terra. And more I think about it, I don't really think I can do much of a basic tutorial, but I can at least teach my playstyle. So let's go ahead and do that. First thing first, we do have a bit of mail to answer. So, did get a message from a foreign wizard, Cliff S., who we consider a serious high-level wizard. This man plays at 500% difficulty and occasionally wins. So, yeah, do listen to anything he says. Nobody tells me what to do, but I will definitely listen to advice for this game. That's one of the worst rolls I've seen for a miniature generation and solve for a while. Have fun. Thanks. Witches High Cabal agrees, and that we must get to other star systems as quickly as possible to avoid duranium and corundium crunches. So, now I'm going to do a quick pep talk here. I talk often about the two playstyles for Aurora. First is the smart, small, and efficient, which is what most people do, and big, brutal, and awesome was what I call my playstyle. So it's smart, small, and efficient. This is the correct way to play Aurora 4X, and you have to do this at the highest difficulty settings. Most LP peers will try to do something like this. Reddit and most of the forum posts also encourage this style. You could even argue that this is the way the game is designed. So, and if you are playing SSE at anything close to 100% efficiency rating, your beard will start to grow faster and might even turn white. Fun fact. Distinguishing factor is heavy use of fighters and carriers, and small specialized ships. Goal is to use minerals and building capacity efficiency. You're trying not to waste resources. In Wizard Talk, SSE is about using every single spell in your spellbook and spending your MP as efficiently as possible in order to take down as many monsters as you can before you head back into town with the most golden gems you and your minions can carry back home. This playstyle also lets a AR player really flex if they have any kind of math skills or an engineering degree. So if you're a smart boy, a very smart boy, and you just want to flex on the rest of us, that is your playstyle. If we can get like an actual rocket scientist to do this, it would just be amazing. Next we have Big, Brutal, and Awesome, which is what do you do when you're not that smart. This is the fun way to play Aurora 4X. You don't always win, but there's always plenty of fireworks and space speed to go around. If you're doing a top-tier Big, Brutal, and Awesome playthrough, you will hear the Hulk Hogan theme in the background during large space battles and ground invasions. No use of fighters or LACs, and tend to use large multi-role ships. The smallest ship I tend to use is about a 6,000-ton Corvette. So the goal is to use the player's time and attention span as limiting resources. I don't know, hashtag David Weber. So, one note here, Big, Brutal, Awesome is a very bad playstyle against the Star Swarm, and we do have the Star Swarm in this game, so we'll see how I have to deal with that. And in Wizard Talk, Big, Brutal, and Awesome is about kicking down the door, screaming YOLO, and dropping fireballs and chain lightning spells like a legend. You don't get as much treasure and XP, but trust me, it's a fun gaming experience. Basically, you're making it rain until the Galaxite runs out. A great player should be able to switch between the two playstyles in the middle of a game without skipping a beat. And quick note here, I lost the original Crusader States of Terra game because I could not switch to an SAE playstyle even with there are multiple guest posts, including Sturberian, who I consider the best teacher for ARX, were advising me to do so. Also, I had too much ego at the time. I surely really should have done it. So anyway, this is a quick. I'm gonna post this in the comments section here, I just want to explain what I mean by those two playstyles. So, go back to planning here. Let's go over to here. As we can take these out. Okay, we need a defense plans. Operation. Okay. So, 2 deep space tracking stations on Mars. 2 deep space tracking stations Io. 1 deep space tracking station on Titan. I do tend to use those tracking stations a lot. Some people do consider them overpowered, but whatever. 6 minimal gunships. And I'm going to tag this. This is an SHE play. I forget who I learned this from, but this is definitely not something I normally do. But in the context of this game, this is kind of what we have to do. So I'm going to colonize. Add that in. Short-term goals. The transport. Research labs. 2 naval. Commercial yard. Because we need more. We need more ships. Okay, engines. Short-term goal. Jump tech to efficiency 6. That I think is that's the minimum I'm going to use. Gonna call this a basic explorer ship. Probably want 2 of them. Construction ship. Super freighter. Those 25 maintenance facilities. Do want a spaceport as well. And for side quest, I'm going to do a jump friendship. Unless you do want to get the bronies involved. Jump freighter to cargo capacity, cargo hold. Add that as a side quest just so I can prove the concept to you. Not something I normally build, but let's have some fun with the game. Okay, anything else I would want to add in here? No. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Okay. Wasted only 10 minutes on that. Okay. What is actually on IO here? We have good duranium site, good potassium. Okay, so this is a fairly decent mining colony. It's going to be a very expensive mining colony. Over 5, I don't bother doing manned mining colonies outside of the Sol system, but this is starting off here. We're going to do that. So go ahead and how much? Oh, I can check here. Okay, Lexington 2, Earth load installation. Going to drop 10 loads on IO, just to pre-position that. Okay, that was going to keep them busy. Did we set up our research? We did. Okay, doing the next level engine, which is good for me. We'll go 1 level engine, then we'll start building ships. Normally, I wait till ion drive, but because we're in a bad mineral situation, we are going to kind of rush a little. So this is all stuff that fits our. Okay, construction, research facilities done. Driver. Okay, I'm going to let this all run for now. Essex is almost done the survey. Essex is refueling. Okay, retooling is for Spruance class is done. Go ahead and we'll just go ahead and build the Spruance class. It is going to be a fairly long construction, but what can you do? Also, I'm going to upgrade the 10,000 tons here. I do want to get set up for the super freighters. How long would it be? Slipway is 3 years. Not worth the time. I'll have to wait a bit. Check the construction here. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. I'm not even going to worry about ground training right now. Everything looks good. Okay, how much do we have? We have 70 on Mars. I'm going to drop another 5. Just get that pre-positioned. Okay, pause here. I'm going to check the minerals, see if we got any more corundium located in the system. Search. No, we did not. Nuts. Next thing I'm going to check is for gallicide. Anything useful. That's a nice site there. Don't know that one. That's a nice one. We'll have to grab that one. Save the other 2 for later. 50,000 uranium. Oh, this is a nice one here. Nice titanium. So we'll add a colony to that. Don't have what we need though. Okay, freighter 2 is done. So I'm gonna grab another 100. 9 times. So that'll move 100 total. I'm gonna grab I'll move 50s to the moon then. To Luna. This should be done fairly quickly. Oh, okay. I screwed up there. What did I do? I moved the mass driver to Luna, which is not a good thing. Not good. That could have been a big mistake. I'm just gonna say that right now. Remove all. Remove all. Okay. Load infrastructure. Okay, so that could have been embarrassing. got the carronade. Going to grab. We are burning money, so I'm going to grab the improved cash flow. Just get that done. Construction looks good. Mining is a little worrying. Do need neutronium. Okay, we need to look for neutronium then. Not something you normally worry about, but we are in a bad situation when it comes to okay. Faye has some here that is barely enough. We do have others in our other sites. Okay, so we don't have to worry about it right away. Inactive lab. We got a new lab yet. Okay. Now the really smart thing to do would be to go and put into construction and just start working on that research. Actually, I'm going to grab construction there. I don't have a scientist. We could edit one in, but I'm going to just put you one charge. No, wait, hang on. We do have one. Cancel that project then. Okay, we don't have an engineer. We do have okay. Logistics. Let's go ahead and grab something useful here. Something we could use. It's 250. Sensors. We already have a sensor guy going. I'm going to just drop it into sensors just for... Okay, so we got two on sensors. Industry, we got... Do we have any actual... Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Okay, I'm going to change that to the 5. That should... Just as a little glitch later, I did more than one research lab. That should be right. Yeah, that should be fine. Just I changed the queue at some point, so we'll change that to 5. So I'll build 5 more. Go ahead and we'll do that to. So we really do need research labs. Okay, infrastructure, everything looks good. We have one mass driver on Earth, so well, not too much of a worry here. Okay, let's keep going. Next one, I'm just gonna let it run. Let time run. Okay, we now have a levels. I'm just going to move basic size 6 basic thermals, which is what I almost always do. I tend to put these on every ship. This is size 1 and smaller is considered a commercial, so you can put it on just like regular freighters. Costs a bit of uridium, but it's worth it in my opinion. So we'll get that research out of the way. Then we want... And we'll just grab the fire control rating. S6 is an overhaul. Proof Pebble bed reactor. Nuclear pulse. Usually I would go for fuel consumption at this point, but we really need the new engine tech, so I'm gonna punch that in. For that, we'll start putting designs done. Okay, I just want to check the system display here. Not gonna bother colonizing Mercury in this game. Nothing on series. If we do any kind of space cheats, I'll put something on series, but nothing that. Callisto is uncolonizable. Titan is, we're going to put a few auto mines on Titan, but it's not really going to be a priority. Neptune has not been searched yet. Oculus. Oh, that's a nice colony. Okay, we're going to add that as an auto mine site. Lots of nice Galasite and stuff there. It's way in the outer system, but nice to get something. Comets we'll grab as we need them. We might even just let the okay, let's keep going. There's our basic thermals. Lexington 2. Okay. We have one mass driver ready. So I'm going to move one mass driver to Luna just to be sure. This is for planning ahead. I am going to set up a cascade just to show you how it's done. Won't get much use out of it, but one movement orders. Might as well keep moving stuff to IO. IO is going to need a lot of. Okay, so we'll keep going. I really want to get that construction done, but I'm going to lower mining to 20%. And I'm going to drop in, call it 7 deep space tracking stations so we can get those spread out. I'm just going to let time run for a bit. Just because I'm feeling paranoid. Oh, yeah, we are recording. Shipyard modified. What do we have? Okay, I'm going to risk another 10,000 tons there. Our task is at 41%. right now our only real hope is that Neptune has not been surveyed yet, so we might get something on one of the moons. S6 has completed its overhaul. Where does it head to? There, it's heading to Neptune. Let's see if we get lucky. Did we get anything? No, nothing. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Okay, check messages here. We'll deposit. Okay, I'm gonna go and change the background color to these to green. That looks about right. Just so we notice it. Because that is a fairly important thing. Not important enough to actually stop the game. Check our manufacturing. Infrastructure is almost done. Going to move. What do I have here? Going to move. I'll move 50 to Mars. Order's not possible. Looks like they're out of. Okay. Just head to Earth and refuel, and maybe they'll see something on the other side of the system they can get to. If not, they've probably done. Looks like they're probably done their survey mission. Won't scrap the ship right away because there's a chance we can use it later. But that ship has done its purpose. So any use we get out of the Essex right now is just a bonus. Anything built? We do have one deep space tracking station ready to move. So I'm going to go ahead and move that to Titan. Mining. Okay, very, very tempted. What? That 240. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and pay that. Okay, SX cannot do anything right now. So looks like they've just gonna be parked in orbit until we get something. Until we get something for them to do. So we have completely surveyed our the geo survey system. So just gonna do a final check for corundium if we found anything useful. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We are so screwed. Okay, check uranium. That's a nice colony there. We'll add that in. That's a nice one there. Not too excited about it though. Wild. Plutonium, we'll add that to the base. 0.6, 0.7 on sorium. Gang, we want that. This one we'll just leave for the private market. Actually, I'm gonna do a search for Mercasium as well. Anything show up? Nothing exciting. It's neutronium, corundium, and yeah, so that's definitely gonna be a place to grab. Some mercasium, some carbonite, nothing. Some gallicite as well. We can leave that for later if we need it. Mercasium. No, I'm gonna leave that one. Just gonna let time run for a bit. We don't have ships in motion, so I can just go ahead and just do 5-day turns manually. Production on infrastructure done at Earth. What do we want next? We want. I'm gonna toss in a military academy just because we kind of need one. So it wasn't part of the plans, but it definitely could use at least 2 more of those. So I'll just toss one in right now. And turn, 5-day turn, 5-day turn. Ship construction, and we got fire control speed. So we'll deal with the go ahead, do that fire control. Okay. Let's detach. Load colonists to Mars. Unload the colonists to Mars. Refuel. Double that. And I'm going to do a separate mission to Io. Then I'm going to double that. So it'll be 4 trips to Earth and to Luna and Mars, and 2 trips to Io. So that should keep it busy for a bit. And I'm going to auto turn, zoom in a bit, do 8-hour turns then. No, we are negative racial wealth. Okay, that's a problem. There's our first civilian freighter. Just popped out of nowhere. Once we get our first civilian colony ship, we can pretty much relax. Just let them take care of business. Just taking a trip to Io. Coming back. Okay. Let's go over this. Io, we have mining. There's Bernide, Sorium. Not too great. So go over to governor. We want population growth. Well, that's fine right there. Go ahead and just leave that flagged. Mars is. We don't need mining. We do need logistics, I think. Go ahead and automate that one. Mining. Just need mining more importantly. Actually, we need mining most important. Population growth and probably terraforming. We'll get the terraforming this one later. Okay, summary. Grab 1 mine. We want to drop off 3 on Luna right now. Go to Lexington 2. I'm going to grab. Just drop off. Do I have many? Drop off a mine on Io. And I want you to grab a mass driver and drop that off on Mars. How much space do we have left on Luna? So I'm going to say one trip to each world. Okay, might as well have some fun in the early game, just doing very specific things. So go ahead and do that 3-hour turns. So every ship is being used at it for what we can. So tons capacity. We are negative racial wealth, so we need to deal with that. I'm gonna have to take it out of the construction budget. Finance center. These help you build cash flow money problems. I'm gonna transport these over to Mars as we build them. Okay, check research. What are we looking at? Less than a year till next engine tech. I don't know if we'll use it at this point, but I just want to get that done. And it's only one more level to ion engines. Lexington 1 is complete. Do we have a mission for them? We have one mass driver we can send to Io. Earth does not have a governor. Okay, we need to do something about that. Automate. We want 5. Population growth, wealth construction. That's I'll deal with that. That's good for now. I click the button, just get a guy automatically. Very nice, very sweet. Okay, that's good. Just what we needed. So, I want a mass driver to Io. Make sure you click the right ship and always check to make sure it's one that's doesn't already have orders. Is done. We can get 2 loads of people to Mars. Go ahead and do that. Getting later in the game, you're not going to care this much, but early game, you might as well have a bit of fun with your toys. So, okay, keep going. Lexington 2 is done. Do we have a mission? Deep space tracking. No, I want to wait till we have 2 of them to move. 500 infrastructure. Okay. This is kind of a big deal. So I'm going to move 50. Move 50 infrastructure to Io. Io is a very expensive colony, but it's our main source of geranium in the system, so we want to do that. Lexington 1 is back. Do you have a mission? I can get two more mines to Io, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, make sure you got a ship with no orders. It's very easy to click the wrong ship. Okay, go ahead and do that. Spruance is done. Do we have a mission for you? Luna can get... nope, maybe one more. I don't want to push it. We can drop one load of people on Io. That's about it. There's the civilian freighter taking infrastructure to Mars, it looks like. We are starting to come out of debt. Okay. Mars, do I have... I don't want to press my luck there. So I'm just going to sit in orbit well, Lexington 1, do you have a mission? Okay, I don't really think so. I'm going to set up the cascade and... What's that, the reserves? 500 for Duranium. I'm going to send that to Mars. Just want to check something. Infrastructure is uranium and potassium, so we can actually do that. Okay, do we have laborers? We have enough laborers, so we can send a construction yard to Io itself. Start building on site. Looks like we got another freighter there as well. Just kind of enjoyed the early game here. Everything's nice and simple. Just having fun in space. Not even worrying about aliens. Lexington 1 is complete. Do we have a mission for you? No, it doesn't look like it. We could move three mines to the moon. Lexington 1 is complete. Do we have a mission? Construction, go to deep space. Okay, we can move two tracking stations to Io. That'll help our overall security situation. Let's go ahead and mark that as... Okay, let's keep going. Research and improve nuclear pulse engine technology. Don't need new engines for ships right now. We are going to go over to power and propulsion. Tempted to grab that. We really need to get jump theory going. So we're going to put all 5 labs into that. Check industry here. What do we have? Looks pretty ugly. I'm gonna grab at a 10K there. I really, really want to get this construction done though. Kind of important to get that built up. Okay, mining. So we are sending. When we get to the reserve level, we will send stuff to Mars. Mars will get a stockpile of its own, send that to Luna. Luna will, you know, get a stockpile of that going and send that to Earth. So, and we can always just drop off freighters full of minerals at Io instead of Earth, just to feed money into the Cascade. Very, very useful in some systems, but so you got to be careful. You do have to be selective when you do it. Also, we will all our civilian freighters will be level 4 instead of level 3. So we got our first call on this ship. That is a big deal. That takes so much pressure off of us. Almost tempted to build another freighter using the new engines. I don't think it's a really efficient use of time, but you know what? We're gonna do that anyway. Let's go over and design a engines. This is a 25. So we have it available. Approved engine. Okay, I'm going to cancel jump project. And grab the jump steering. We'll have to retool the shipyard as well, but whatever. We're over 10,000 on. We have a lot of duranium on Earth, so I'm not worried about that. Neutronium, we'll deal with that as we get. Neutronium is not normally something you run out of, so not too worried here. Okay, we have a Lexington in orbit. Do we have any jobs for you? We have one financial center. I'm going to drop that off on Mars. Set up a casino or something on Mars. We have both Lexington sitting in orbit. I'm going to send some. Oh, it was a very expensive colony, but we need to get that going. Okay, so that's one. And do I have anything else I can use here? Let's send 3 more mines to the moon. I'll make it 4. Completed orders. Nothing particularly useful. However, we can definitely start manufacturing infrastructure. So start building on site. Do we have any laborers? We don't have any laborers. Do I need anything useful here? No, I got nothing. I got nothing to use. Nothing to use. Check the research. There's our Orion class. Okay. So I'm going to copy the class. Check the update the armor. Make sure there's nothing there. We are going to swap out 6 engines. Do we need to add any fuel? We might need to add. Just add a bit of fuel. Slightly more range, a lot more speed. And we're going to add in the thermal sensor. So that is a improved Lexington. Just compare the speed here. So that's about 150 speed. Slightly more range, and it's got a thermal sensor on it. So we're going to rename class. That is a Lexington improved. I'll call it a super Lex. Again, I'm just showing out what we can do. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to build a ship. Could build a Lexington though. So we're going to have to retool the shipyard. It'll take a couple of months. Doesn't cost that much, so we might as well just go ahead and do it just so we have the ship. I don't have anything else to do right now, so I'm just going to run time. Shipyard modified. So we'll go ahead and we'll build a ship. Don't have a lot to do with it, but you can always just park it in orbit. So that will take 6 months or so. Do we have anything built? Nice driver. Do have a tracking station. I don't want to leave. I want to wait till I have 2 of them before I build anything. Industry. Still, we're not even halfway done the construction yard. It's going to take forever. Research facility. Almost got another one. Almost got another facility here. Okay. Yeah, all we can do is run time. going to go to 8-hour ticks. Okay, do we have any missions? We have a financial center we can send to Mars. That's about it. You could also send some mines to Luna. Not really too excited about that, but financial center to Mars. No. Always refuel at Earth so you can find a ship later. Do that 4 times. 5 times, actually. Just so we get stuff moving around. And 2, just kind of wait till the ship gets done. One is done. Do we have anything to ship or move? No, we're just gonna have to wait. Research facility's almost done. Research facility is almost done. I think we need to just put everything in the jump point. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's our fire control range. So control, I'm going to grab 1 point of... I'm going to grab a point of active gravity sensor. Probably a bit of a waste at this point, but we do want to get our minimum gunships up. Don't need it right away, but we are going to need them soon. Luna's already at 2.5 million. 15 mines. Okay, what's the situation on Mars? Still aren't sending minerals to Mars yet, so we'll leave that. You actually have built 4 points of infrastructure on. Okay, so just keep running time. We got 4 ships now, 4 civilians. Okay, and later in the game, by the mid game, I'm just gonna turn off the. I'm gonna take it so we don't see the civilian ships. But right now, just kind of enjoy the game. Let everything run. Ship construction. That's the Super Lex. Okay, we didn't need to build this ship, but it's fair. Might as well. I wanted to show off how you can design ships. If we were being very, very efficient, if I was really worried about the tronium and uranium, I would not have done that ship. I would have just saved the minerals for later on. But anyway, we have a ship. Might as well use it. We can take 2 things of deep space tracker to Mars, and that should complete our. That's the installation part of the that. Okay. Okay, let's just keep going. Got a bit more time left, so I might as well use it. Okay, do we have anything useful here? We got another financial center. I'm going to send a regular Lexington for that. Move that to Mars. Oh, we are now under the 500 barrier, so we have over 500 construction factories on Terra. Big deal because we need this done. We need this done so badly. Anything we divert from this is kind of hurting us long term. Okay, shipyards, tasks, research is okay. I'm gonna one last run until the game stops, which might be a while. So. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game here. One financial center. Go ahead and move out to Mars. We are back in the positive, so. Let's check our production here. Jump point center is almost done. Research complete. Okay, we got our first civilian mining colony on Nujamin. Mining. Definitely want that. Definitely want the boronite. So we'll go ahead and purchase. And we'll send it to Io. Could assign a planetary governor. I don't think it's important enough. No, I'm not going to bother. But that's a big deal. Okay, I'm going to put in a break here. So let's go over our goals. What did we accomplish today? We got our deep space tracking stations done. We haven't got our gunships built yet, but we're very close to getting the design done. Just gotta basically sit down. I could probably do it right. Probably next episode I'll just do one right away. Focus is doing good. Just colonizing the inner system. So short-term goals, we're kind of working on that. Medium-term goals, same thing. Just a lot of. This is the big one that built the 100 construction factories. Kind of a big deal. We got one of the labs built. And side quests, we're not anywhere near the jump freighter. I did get that little improved Lexington though, so that was kind of fun. So anyway, we'll find out. Keep on rocking in the memory of the free world, and I'll see you guys around.